Hello and good evening. Good.
Good evening.
Wow. Let me restart that. Hello and good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to Carolina Sun Racing Cup Series here on the Crown Jewel Racing Network. Tonight we are at Dover Motor Speedway, mile-long track, very fast track, and a very hot track tonight. So we'll be sure to keep an eye on the weather as the race progresses. In the booth with me tonight, I have Ryan Taft on double duty yet again, and then our very own Bill the Masshole. Bill, how you doing tonight?
I am doing. I'm doing wicked awesome.
All right,
Let's leave it like that.
all right, wicked awesome. Yeah, I'll take that. As far as our drivers tonight, a little bit of a lighter field. We're coming off a kind of a strange period of the schedule. Had a lot of road courses and just like gimmicky tracks, I'll call them. But tonight, well, we are returning to the ovals, so really glad for that. Always enjoy calling oval races over road course races. How about you guys?
Bull horses
Well,
are always going to be a lot better.
Yep,
yeah,
a
let's
lot more
call it. Yeah,
action, a lot more
a lot
tempers
easier to
too. You
call.
know.
Oh yeah, there's
But
definitely going to be a lot of tempers tonight.
yeah, I feel
yeah,
like the guys like getting back to the oval course where they can kind of throw the elbows and put those oval moves on. You know, they've been itching to get back, and I think we're gonna see a lot of that early. Go ahead, Bill. Sorry, I interrupted you there a couple times.
yeah. I just need you to put up the screen.
Oh, it should be up. Is it not?
Uh-oh.
You're sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Hang on. I might have a problem. All right, let me reboot. Hang on.
Well, you're old, Bill, so damn, you left before you heard me say it.
All right. Well, looks like everybody has qualified. Just have a little bit of time left until the session switches over. And we switched over early. How about that early start tonight?
There we go.
On the pole tonight, Tyler
That was
Krausak
5
in the
minutes.
48. 23.730 is the fast time to beat. Stephen Carlisle in P2. Caleb Sheets in P3. James Hebert in fourth spot. Nick Vasquez fifth. Ray Gill sixth. Zach Johnson seventh. Noah Hunt eighth. Ted Lisby ninth. Jay Salmon 10th. Joe Gibbons 11th. Corey Mott 12th. Joe Wright in the 13th spot, Tyler Bellinger in the 14th spot, Hayden Higginbotham in the 15th spot, Josh Stoltz in 16th, and Jim Mott in the caboose spot of 17th. Surprised to see Josh Stoltz back there. He actually was second place at crap. Where were we before all the road courses? I could tell you. Checking. Oh, yeah, so he actually got second spot at Nashville Super Speedway, a different track, different configuration, but he had a lot of hot finishes through the road course series, and then coming back tonight, I know he's looking to continue that streak. Looks like the guys are getting gridded up, so we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of cars that are getting faster and faster each week. TK has come so close to winning poles this year. He got this pole along with the win. He's tied in. A lot of these drivers are hoping for a win. They know the qualifying races are getting down to the funky business, so a good run here is going to solidify whether or not they're in the playoffs.
Yep, absolutely. So you see the guys rolling off now, taking a look at the track temp, 120 degrees Fahrenheit, pretty toasty track, especially for this concrete surface. Can be pretty slippy, slidey getting around here. Again, we'll keep an eye on that temperature as the race continues. A lot of different strategies will come into play. Some adjustments might be needed as the race progresses, but looks like we're taking 2 parade laps around this thing. I thought we were only taking 1,
Yeah.
so Hopefully that doesn't break anything, but I think we should be okay. So how long do y'all think Corey's gonna make it in this race?
Oh,
Well, there's a couple of cars that aren't here that he doesn't have to worry about tonight. So I think Corey is going to be good to lap 6.
All right, yeah,
he's starting 12th, so he's right in the thick of it.
yeah, he is. He is. Yeah, but these guys just need to
Let's not
remember to get
jinx.
off to
Let's
a.
not jinx.
I'm trying to do the reverse jinx, but hopefully these guys get off to a nice and easy start, kind of ease into it. You know, been a while since we ran a traditional oval, so I'm sure they're all going to be very patient.
Well, to come from a road course into an oval and have that oval be this place, yeah, it's a little scary. Very tough track. Always collects people coming out of the corners. Unfortunately, we're going to see it tonight. Cars just get loose out of the corner, they smack that wall, and it's all over. Pace car comes down, take us to green.
Yep, pace car is off, rolling to the starting zone here. And green flags in the air. Outside row gets a huge jump. Looks like Tyler Krosek might have spun his tires just a bit on that start. So Stephen Carlisle fires off to an early lead with his is Stephen Carlisle Canadian?
No.
Anyway, so Canadian behind him, James Hewitt behind him a second. Tyler Krosek gets spun around into the wall. Already some drama as we see the 22 also getting collected up into the wall.
22. Oh boy.
And that is about the worst start you can have if you are TK, because he was on the pole, just spun the tires there. I mentioned the hot racing surface was going to come into play, and it did in a big way early.
Well, he has plenty of time to fix that car. He knows he's fast. Get the car fixed, get out there. He's going to be able to get back up front by the end of this race. There's plenty of time to do it.
Yep, already 3 wide down
something.
the backstretch
Yeah, it's
here.
almost like I'm wondering if he missed a gear maybe or something. I don't know, but he just got run over, it looked like.
That building is going to kill me for this whole race. 3 wide down the backstretch. See TK in the middle there. Oh, he just gets shuffled up by Sheets. Looks like the 22 just is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
To go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's not what I thought I saw then. Okay, good. Glad you replayed that.
Yeah, you see 26 of Sheets there on the bottom.
There's that building.
Yeah. Here, let me see if I can go on board with Sheets real quick.
Hey, you know what we're going to do to get the controversy started? The 22 just ran him over. How's that for starting controversy?
No, I mean, like, very aggressive start early, you know, taking it 3 wide down the backstretch. I know there was a lot of shuffling from that start, so, I mean, it can be really tough as a driver, especially when you see advantage early to gain some spots to think better of it. But as for Carlisle in the 81, he kind of stole a leading position on that start, and nice little gift here early for him.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking car.
Carlisle, his problem is going to be he can't run the top here. We always see him up high. Not tonight.
Yeah.
If you go high here, you're going to be in those marbles.
I was going to say, let's pull Tyler down here into the booth and see what happened to him on the restart.
Yeah, we'll watch this restart real quick. See Tyler on the bottom. I think he just
either spun his tires or missed a shift.
So strange. Yeah, let me go on board with.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's maybe talk to him later on in the race. He might be a little too hot right now.
Oh.
Spun the tires.
It's almost. Did he? So he's in second. Wait. He's in second, entering the starting zone. And then shifts it down to first.
Oh,
I don't know. Might need to check that gearbox. Might be a bad transmission in that 48 car.
well, let's see where he comes out. And he's back on the track already.
Yep.
So he has plenty of time to fix that car, even if he didn't get it all done. Plenty of time.
Race
Once
cars
again,
off.
yeah, they're getting ready to go green. Let's see what happens this time. You got Carlisle and Sheets.
Yep, cleaner start
Wow!
there for the leader. Inside row also getting stacked up there
Somebody
again.
spun their
So
tires.
might
Yeah,
just
another crash.
Oh,
caution's out again. Oh, Corey Mott getting it turned around. Say it so.
My,
yeah.
See.
Noah
What
Hunt
happened
spun
here?
his tires on that restart.
Oh yeah. Have the Pepsi car
Seems like,
there. Oh
oh,
no. And TK gets caught up in that again.
yeah, it wasn't good. That wasn't good. That makes me about as comfortable as bumping into a Tinder date at a family reunion.
God damn it, Bill.
Man, that is just poor Corey Mott.
Oh man. Is
Oh,
he on the radio?
You didn't say anything.
Oh, he must be really mad.
He really doesn't have much damage. Just a little left front or right front damage. That's about it.
It's actually more scary that he hasn't said anything yet. Someone needs to call him.
Julia's in the background going, please don't call him. Please don't call him. Please don't.
Vasquez fan 22 says howdy from Texas, and also what's the over under on cautions?
Well, we're already on caution number 2.
What, 21?
Yeah, I think we're gonna. I think setting the over under at like 15. No, it'd have to be 21. Yeah.
All right, now that we got time under this caution, let's pull Tyler into the booth and see what happened to him on the initial start.
Let's do it.
Yep. Let me see here. Oh, TK's
Hey
in
Tyler,
here.
it's Ryan and the boys in the booth.
Hello, what's up?
What happened to you on the start?
On the start, so wasn't expecting the green flag to come out that early. I didn't know where the restart zone was. I thought we were going to be a little farther down on the initial start. And then I, just kind of minding my business, letting everybody go. I saw Sheets try to put it 3 wide. I tried holding my lane as best as I could.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan, obviously Ryan, you told me in the thing that he came up into me. Just unfortunate, or thankfully it happened early in the race, so I can, by the looks of it so far, we'll have a decent amount of caution, so I'll be able to get this all fixed and be up there in the end. I think tonight's just gonna be about survival. A lot of people are complaining that the car is very, very loose exit. I'm dealing with a little tight entry or tight center, loose off. So. But yeah, it's just unfortunate it happens, but thankfully it happened early.
Yeah, you never can complain about that one.
No.
All right, man, we'll get you back. Good luck for the rest of the race.
All right, thank you.
Now I bet you wonder why I didn't talk to him, because I don't want to give anybody the announcer's curse tonight.
I mean, we know he's fast. He qualified on pole, so if he can get that car fixed up, he definitely will work his way back up. But pace car lights.
He just came in. He was just in the pits getting more work done, so he's going to be just fine.
Yep, pace car lights are off, taking that hard left turn down pit lane, waiting on this restart now. Carlisle and Johnson are the front row. Had a couple different combinations early in this race. Green flag back in the air. Looks like that bottom lane.
Everybody spun their tires, it looked like.
Traction issue.
Yeah, 3 out of 3 starts. Let's see if we can at least go a lap before the caution comes out. Going down the back straightaway, full board. Johnson, Carlisle, Stokes jump to the lead, and we've got close action right there in the middle.
Yep, Stoltz
You've got the
already working his way back
43
up.
and the 26 getting a little too close for comfort right now, but yeah, get the tires warm. I think that's a big problem with these cars. You really need to get the tires warm. And yeah, I know it's hot. It doesn't seem to matter. Then once you get them warm, they're always too slick. There's the 37 of the infamous you-know-who. Say it with me, boys. Mr. Wright. Flying up.
Mr.
He's
Joe
up in 5th
Wright.
spot. He's in 5th spot right now, taking that number 37 forward.
Ooh, it looks like we have some
Behind him
action
is-
up at the front. 45 had to defend from the 43, and now the 81 has a lane up top. He's going to try to hold on to this momentum on the exit. 45 having to really wheel that thing on exit there at 4. He's going to drop behind Carlisle. Now he's side
Now,
by
I
side with
said
the 43.
I said there was no high line earlier. Carlisle made me a liar, used it to take the lead again as they go flying down that back straightaway. They're getting some incredible speeds right now. You will see 2 lanes, even 3 lanes start to form as the laps get going. Once that rubber is down on the track, you're going to have more side-by-side racing. But now you're seeing that higher line starting to work its way in, especially through those corners. Carlisle, Stoltz, and Gills making up the top 3 at this point.
Yeah, look at Joe Wright trying to put it to the 45 of Zach Johnson underneath his left quarter, peeking just a bit. Doesn't have the speed to get the pass done on exit, but Joe Wright, great start, up 8 spots in the 5th spot.
Who was that?
Jimbo.
Jimbo, this isn't Darlington, brother. You got to hold that line lower. That could have been a close call. That could have been pretty ugly right there.
Oh, we have a car around in the back. I believe that's Corey Mott who got loose coming down the front stretch.
Oh, man. Does he have any luck?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
It just kicked out from behind him.
luckily it looks like he was able to keep it out of the wall for the most part. So hopefully it doesn't have too much damage to that race car.
Just a little
Front end's
embarrassment?
Looking all better. So he just gets the wall a little bit on when he got it back straight.
Yep, not too bad.
Long run Corey, though. You got to think of that. He likes to run his cars very long. He's one of those guys that, say it with me, likes to save. So this may not be a bad thing to him. He's going to be in the back watching everybody else wreck. So it's not a bad spot for him. I'd settle in for a little while.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably gonna do that.
Yeah, so looking through the field already, we have some big movers. Josh Stoltz in the 43, including, looks like he, well, yeah, as I mentioned, he's up 14 spots, now sitting P2 behind Stephen Carlisle. He's going to be starting either on the inside or outside, depending on what they choose here. But mentioned him early that he had a bad qualifying, but already up to 2nd spot. So keep an eye on that 43. Very fast jump to the front of this thing. And
Well, if you look at our top 10, we've talked about each one of those cars on different nights about how fast they were. So, all right. Hang on one second.
And also, as I mentioned, Joe Wright up 8 spots, currently in the top 5. So great start to the race for the 37. And we did see James Heber up into in the top 3 for just a bit, but since then has fallen back to 6th spot. But he's still up here in this thing too. 17 laps into this first 45 lap stage. This is our third caution, unfortunately, third caution. So kind of a rough start here. Hopefully the guys can get a little bit more situated and comfortable, but there's a lot of action going on. I feel like looking through the entire field, there's always battles side by side, front stretch, back stretch. So we'll do our best to try to capture as much as we can. Obviously, anything up front towards the lead is priority. Carlisle electing to restart here on the outside lane. That will put Stoltz down in the hot lava inside lane. We saw a lot of trouble on the other restarts, restarting on the bottom side, a lot of tire spins. So keep an eye on the 43. Hopefully he can get that thing fired off rapidly, but also remain in control.
You know, people can start playing some serious strategy with that too. You know, you do not want to start on the bottom line.
Yep. Yeah, and pace car is off. We are rolling towards the Echo Park restart zone. Carlisle in command of this field.
All right.
And green flag back in the air. You see the 43 get loose there on the bottom. As I just mentioned, a lot of tire spin on that bottom side. We've seen time and time again that bottom row just not fire off on restarts. And he fell back about 5 car lengths from our top 2 cars now. He is going to be fighting back the best he can to get back up to this thing. And behind him, we have some battles, almost 3 wide coming through turns 3 and 4. Vasquez and Hubert are side by side coming down the front stretch. Vasquez clears Hubert, so he is now sitting in the 4th spot.
I think what's hurting these cars on the restarts is that it's right there at the corner exit. So when they go and get it back on, or when they go and get on the throttle, they're still kind of, you know, slightly turning. So that's what's probably kicking up their tires.
That's a very good point.
Absolutely.
Right there, you see side-by-side action with that number 22 car that we spoke about earlier. He's starting to move his way back forward after being involved in an earlier incident.
Yep, and Vasquez will clear the 43 there. And now he's looking on the inside of his teammate, 45 of Zach Johnson. Super tight through 3 and 4. Able to keep it off of him side by side down the front stretch. Vasquez going for the 2nd spot here through 1 and 2. And they are still side by side, cars stacked up behind them.
And that's just allowing Carlisle to run away.
Yep, Carlisle starting to inch out a little bit further, but Vasquez determined to get this 2nd spot. And they are all bunched up for the 2nd position. Stoltz looking underneath Johnson as well. And if they're not careful, Stoltz is going to try to fire it in, make it 3 wide here, but they are still side by side here.
Yeah, you know, I think they're racing a little bit hard. I really think that they're racing a little bit too hard right now.
Because with them stacked side by side, all they're doing is just killing each other's tires.
Yep.
Yep, exactly. But definitely want that 2nd position. And I mean, they are just matching. It's almost as if they're driving the same setup. See the 22 just jab the 45 ever so lightly, push him out off the racing line. He's going to clear Johnson here. And now Johnson's battling with Stoltz. Stoltz underneath the 45. So 22 and the 43 switch positions, and Johnson's going to try to hold on to this 3rd position now. A little bit of contact on exit. That gets the 43 loose, so he's going to file in back behind the 45 here. And now Vasquez is going to try to chase down Carlisle, though he's enjoying about a 1.2 second lead over the 2nd position car as of right now. Stoltz looking underneath Johnson yet again.
These guys are working way too hard. Somebody's going to get loose off the corners. They've got 26 laps into these cars. I know not all of them are green, but the back of that car is going to start getting lighter and lighter as they're trying to hold on to more grip. That's what these cars need, is more grip. They need to get the weight in the back of the car down. When the back of the car is on the track, that's when the diffuser works, and that's how they get away.
Yeah, right on there with James Hubert here. He's actually contesting with the 43, trying to take the spot as the 43 is most of his attention is trying to get around the 45, but Hubert doing a good job of reminding the 43 that he's in his rear view.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that is
25 car
that
just
makes
doing
me
a great
nervous,
job,
man.
just rolling the bottom, carrying a lot of speed through that middle part of the turns there.
Yeah, well, at least their cars are handling well, so you can't handle bad and do what those guys are just doing. Now you're starting to see that upper lane starting to work its way in a little bit. Cars are getting a little bit faster to the corner now that there's a little bit more room up top. But if you use that higher line, you have to be even more careful coming off the corners. You see Lisby trying the Darlington line, and he quickly turns down to the bottom of the track for the exit of the corner. Whoa, now we got problems. Right gets loose.
Yeah.
And we
He
Saved it.
saves it.
holy
What a save there
crap.
by the 37. We saw 37 get loose on entry, and we're still green here.
That guy just frosted his cupcakes. He is so nervous right now after that just happened. Oh, man.
Coming back up to the front. Stoltz still holding on to that 4th spot, up 12 spots total. It appears Gil and Hubert are a little bit of a battle behind him. But back up to the lead. Looks like Carlisle's lead has been cut about in half since we had the side-by-side racing behind him. But 32 laps into this first 45 lap stage. These laps are ticking by now that we're under green. Knock on wood. But Vasquez definitely doing all he can to push that car to get to Carlisle's bumper there. Moving back through the field here. After the 4th spot is when things start to tighten up just a bit. You have Stoltz with Gil now on his rear there. Moving back a little bit further. Corey Mott still rolling around this thing. Not much damage to the 54 despite the early troubles. Might have just been some damage to those tires and his ego, but still getting around this thing looks like just okay. TK, our pole sitter, back to the 11th spot after a pretty dramatic start to this race. Looks like he still has a little bit of damage on that race car to get fixed, but we know that guy's fast around here. But for now, he's sliding back just a bit. Back up towards the front here, we have Ray Gill and James Hubert in a tight battle. Looks like they get things sorted before the backstretch. They're spreading out a little bit. I know, look, dirty air is an absolute bitch when it comes to these cars. So I know these guys have to be feeling the dirty air of the guys in front of them, and it's really just about trying to get that front left nose of the car clear on entry to get some sort of turn through the middle. But definitely advantage to be out front as Carlisle is right now.
Well, that's one thing with this car is once you get that nose too low, then you're looking for love in all the wrong places. Next thing you know, you loose off an entry and you start spinning down the front and back straightaway. These guys right here that are side by side coming out of the corner, and you just saw the 23 car just kiss the outside wall right there. Just a tiny one.
Yep, ever so lightly tapping the wall there, able to keep momentum in that car. But yeah, you can just see the guys wash up the track when they're tight behind someone on entry. Just a lot of dirty air causing that car to get super tight. But we have two side-by-side battles in the back here. It looks like Hubert is above Ray Gill in the 23, and then behind them we had Bellinger and Sheets side-by-side. Sheets and Bellinger, two heavy hitters in this series. A little bit further back currently than they would like to be, but a lot of race
I don't know.
for them to move forward.
I don't think they're that unhappy about being where they are.
Right. Yeah.
Just staying out of trouble. So not pushing their cars, just staying out of trouble. Not to mention the fact, I mean, we only have 5 more laps to go for the next caution. So you don't want to get too close right now. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Bill's
just
supposed to
get
have an
taken up over.
aneurysm.
I think I just did. Something just happened to me.
it looks super, super tricky to pass here. We see Ray Gill now battling with James on the inside there. It seems like the inside just not getting it done. You can't get the power down quickly enough with the amount of traction you have available to you to get the pass done on the inside. I mean, waiting for one of these guys to prove me wrong here, but looks like James Hubert is trying time and time again to get this pass done on the inside. The tires just are not there enough. And can he clear up? No, he still hasn't cleared up on the 43, so pass is not done yet. Might be able to get it done here through 1 and 2, and he does. So inside works, actually. Just ate my words.
Going back to the field, you got Carlisle, Vasquez, and Johnson, your top 3 right now. Spread out nice and comfortable. Just looking for the end of this stage, regroup, do what they have to do to adjust their cars, and go out roaring. But that's one hell of a top 3. However, when we go back to green, what lane do you think Carlisle's going to pick?
Oh, outside, 100%.
So there's your disappointment.
Tight to the back of the 23, almost getting into him, but able to throttle down in time. We are 1 lap away from the end of this first stage here. Gill now looking underneath the 43. 43 kind of has fallen off. We saw him move forward early in this thing, and now he's up into the wall, tight up into the wall. So that car is falling off a little bit. Might need to get some adjustments in to work his way back up. But Gill moving forward to the top 5 now. And Carlisle should be coming around for the end of this stage in just a second. And Vasquez did good job closing the gap to about 2/10. And he's to his bumper here. Let's see if he tries anything. Vasquez
Come on, Nicky.
throttling up on
What
the
are you gonna
bottom.
do?
Just doesn't have
it.
the speed on exit. Carlisle gets the win for this first stage. Johnson will be taking 3rd position. Hebert in 4th. Gill 5th. And
That was a hell of a
6th.
run.
Yeah, Vasquez, great job trying to contest for the stage win there.
Yeah, you know, I got to be honest with you. The cautions we had were kind of lame, and that kind of lit the fuse on fire right there watching those 2 go at it.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Now
Carlisle,
that
he had about...
No, go ahead, bud.
I was just going to say, Carlisle was about a second and a half in front of the 2nd position car when they when Johnson and Vasquez finally sorted it out. So Vasquez doing a great job of reeling him back in by the end of that stage.
Well, now that TK's gone, or not gone, I shouldn't say, but he's towards the back. Not sure if that's by design or if he still has damage. It looks like he still has some damage to the right front of that car. So, you know, this isn't really an important race for TK. Whoa, hey, whoa, what? My screen just froze. What just happened? I saw the 43 go on the outside. I didn't know if there was a beef or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Stoltz was in front of TK at stage.
So they must have been just trying to...
Yeah.
All right.
It looks like everybody is in for some fresh tires and fuel. Might get some adjustments done here. We'll take a quick look at the track temp, see if it's changed at all. So it's up, actually, right? Because we started, what, at 120?
I think so.
Yeah, so up 2 degrees. 22.
I just want to talk about. You want to talk about? I was in Fairbanks, Alaska 2 weeks ago. Fairbanks is like 190 miles from the Arctic Circle, so you would think it'd be pretty cold up there, right? Now, see, Fairbanks is out in the middle of nowhere, and it's usually like 90 degrees and better during this time of year. So it was hot as you know what. And so the heat of the track, it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, it matters, but once you've been on it, as long as they have, it's already been managed. So, Vasquez right now is happy coming out first because he gets to take that outside line on the restart. So we'll see if Carlisle can get it better, more figured out in that higher line. Because if they don't and they let that 22 car get a jump, he might just pull away. We saw him catch Carlisle when Carlisle was a second and a half ahead. So
I'm trying to
there it
trying to
is.
understand how
Wait a minute.
Vasquez got out in front of Carlisle because he had a slower
No, wait a
pit
minute.
time.
Yeah, I think something screwed up here. Yeah, because the 22 is now down on the bottom line and Vasquez is on the top line. I think that must be just a iRacing blip, or either that CNN is taking over and they're giving us fake news. But actually, Carlisle, that 81 car, should be on the pole, and he is.
Well, I saw the 22 leave pit lane before the 81. That's the thing.
He did beat him out.
Yeah.
So why is he picking the bottom line?
Maybe he just feels better down there.
Yeah. We'll have to see here. Pace car is off. We're about to kick off our second stage. Vasquez, he got off pit lane first, so he's in control of this field, and green flag's back in the air. Vasquez doing a good job of getting the car fired off on that bottom lane, clearing up in front of the 81 of Carlisle. And we are off and going here, stage 2 at Dover Motor Speedway.
Let's not be surprised if this goes nearly green flag the whole thing, because they've got the track a little bit more figured out now, and you're going to have some racing like that, but they're already in practice now. They already have the rhythms down, so it's not going to be as dangerous as it was in the early section of this race. But right now, Carlisle is doing everything he can to hang on to Vasquez, and I think he can do it. And if those two are smart, they're just going to pull away, not race each other, just follow each other around. Put the ego aside, get halfway through this stage, then think about it. But right now, they want to get away from Hebert, Johnson, and Gill. Johnson, we know, is fast. Hebert, I mean, he's fast, too. We've seen him in a couple of places. So we know that he's got speed in his car. He took over third spot now. Gill, he's been there all night long, up in that fifth spot, right around there, in the 23. And look who is in sixth spot, the 54 of Lucky himself, Corey Mott. Gibbons, the 8, has fought his way back up to 7. And Higginbotham, we haven't talked about him much. He's been kind of hanging out in the back, just doing his thing. And then behind him is Mr. Smooth, the Donut Man, Joe Wright in the 37. He's in 9th car, and behind him in 10th is TK. But even look at the after the top 10. Sheets, Hunt, Lisby, Stoltz, fast drivers that are in the back. Bellinger's back there. Mott's hanging on. He's in 5th spot. He's just grooving around, waiting for everybody to crash out of this thing. And then way in the back is Bellinger, who's only a lap down. He can probably get it back and is going to be just fine. Behind him, right now, is Salmon.
Yeah, looking at Stoltz's car, I don't remember him getting into a wreck there at the end of the stage. Might have been some damage under caution, maybe, but Stoltz has some damage.
Coming up before Stoltz got tight and Curtis was outside, and he got in Corey, which put Corey into the wall and sent Stoltz down into the inside wall.
Under caution?
Now coming to the stage finish.
Oh, okay. Wow. Gotcha. Oh, that's why he was back there by TK. All right. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Looks like Stoltz really missing out on some pace. Couples or a second and a half off the leader's pace right now.
He said he had like 5 minutes of damage, so.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Is there anybody on the racetrack right now that hasn't been involved in an incident?
I don't think Carlisle has, or Bear or Gill. Well, I should say second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Well, Dill had that really long drift slide through the corner.
That was Joe Wright.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Oh, excuse me. That's right. You said Gil. Where's my water?
Hebert moving ahead of Carlisle now up into the second spot. Struggling to put the power down just a little bit, but still able to complete the pass nonetheless. Vasquez up 1.3 seconds now over our second position car, Hebert. But James showing a lot of pace here. 14 laps into the second stage here. Now
That
Gil
81
moving
car
ahead to
just
Carlisle.
hit the wall.
Carlisle's car might just be hurting a tiny bit. See him sliding
Carlisle
back.
hit the wall.
Yeah, see him sliding back. Just doesn't seem to have the pace as we enter the middle part of this run. And Carlisle's car actually has some damage to the front right side of that car, so could have wheel damage. Just aero damage here could be a big bother as far as traction. But couple mistakes by guys. We see not make many mistakes.
This is a rhythm track, and once you're on your rhythm, if you escape it just a little bit, that happens. You kiss that outside wall. Not sure who that was in that yellow car there, but
Oh, good old Jimbo Mott.
oh,
And looking at our leader here, he has Jay Salmon right on his rear here. It looks like Salmon might have the tire advantage, able to keep up with Vasquez. But looking at the lap times, it looks like Hebert was a little bit quicker than the 22 last lap. I know the 22 would rather have the 67 not really not having any impact on his clean air, but looks like the 67 trying to get his lap back the hard way here. Vasquez allowing him to go under. That allows Hebert to inch even closer now, about 0.42 seconds.
That was a smart move. Just let him by. Don't get caught up in a race, and then everybody's going to catch right up to you. He's a little bit faster. Let him go by. Give him his lap. That was a very smart move. He starts fighting them side by side. He's just going to fall right back into the lap of Hebert.
Yeah.
Dover's a difficult track.
Yeah, only negative now is that 22, if he starts to gain on Salmon, he's going to be in his dirty air rather severely. So when it comes to it, hopefully that pass can be done efficiently, so the 22 doesn't get caught up in that at all.
Now you're really starting to see that dark groove starting to focus in on that track. Starting to be a little wider at this point. You see it right there, looking out the front of Hayden Higginbotham. That's where the grip is. So you want to stay in the grip. Unfortunately, it's hot, so it makes that a little bit slippery. These cars are not easy to keep on the ground, and when they disrupt that flow under the car, it just makes it horribly loose. Doesn't take much to snap around. Seeing the 45 here, just barely holding on, loose. Man. Yeah, let's see. That's what scares me right there. So Johnson and Higginbotham think twice about what they're doing. I don't really think anything. I don't think Johnson was thinking about it. He was just, don't hit me. But Higginbotham just trying to push it a little bit too much on that corner.
Yeah, look at that cute dog right there.
Yeah, but you know what? He is driving a Ford, and even a Toyota Camry is faster than a Ford Mustang, so that's no big surprise that that blue 45 can stay out in front of him.
Well, Jay is also on pressure tires, though.
Yeah, taking a jab at the Ford drivers. Man, they're starting. Yeah, that makes me real nervous, and especially when they do that right in front of another car. So Sheets is just trying to play nice, but it doesn't seem like anybody else wants to right there. He's trying to get by everybody here and hopefully make it through this. And TK, I know he wants to get back up front, and he's in 9th spot right now. And he's got plenty of time to continue forward. This is a very difficult track. High bank to the corners, but that transition back to the straightaway happens fairly quickly. And even the front straightaway and the back straightaway are banked better than most corners at other racetracks.
Well, I do say if you wreck, this is a self-cleaning track, so
Yep. Go high.
exactly.
Yep. Wreck in turn one, just set your car to go high. Everybody else is just going to drift to the bottom. I forget who was it. Was it Joey Logano that flipped a bunch of... No, it was Stewart. How could I get those two confused? Stewart flipped multiple times down the front straightaway here, I think. Right there, you see 3 lines that are actually starting to come through between these drivers.
Troy getting a little bit loose, falling back just a bit on the back stretch there.
Lisby's been kind of hanging around, not really doing much, staying out of trouble. I don't think that's really a bad thing to be doing right now. This race isn't even halfway over. And you know what? Just wait and pounce. Save your car. Don't push your tires too hard. You'll be good to the end of the stage. Get a new set. And then at the end of that stage is when you want to start fighting. So let's keep an eye on him for the rest of the night as well, because that 44 car has been fast a few times. And there's Thomas's favorite building in the world.
Yeah.
The track taps back down to 120.
Boy. Ooh, 86 degrees. That's still, man, that's hot. 120 degree track temperature. Gotta love it. That'll cook a hot dog.
Well, the thing is with it being concrete, once it gets all that heat into it, it's just gotta make it slick. Which just makes it horrendous to race on.
But you're starting to see that most of the track is now in the shade, especially the corners.
Yeah, I got some cloud cover going over.
They'd love to see more than that. But not sure what the forecast said exactly, but it's too early to have the lights on, that's for sure.
Dover does not have lights, so one of very few tracks left on the schedule that does not have lights.
I love a night race at North Wilkesboro. Oh, that is the coolest thing in the world. Literally, it's cool. It's built near a swamp or something. It is freezing that night up there. I am probably headed down in 2 weeks to Hickory Motor Speedway for the Cars Tour Throwback. That's going to be kind of neat to see. Oh, Carlisle's starting to catch up a little bit on Higginbotham.
Yep, just a bit, 34 laps into the second stage here. A lot of green flag racing here in the second stage. So looks like the guys have settled in and found their groove here.
Yeah, they found their groove.
But keeping an eye on this top 2 here. Looks like the gap has been floating around. Pretty bad exit there by the 25, but the gap has been floating around 4 tenths, 5 tenths, dropping down to 3 tenths sometimes. So pretty level match here. I mean, Hebert has to be feeling the effects of that dirty air from the 22. And just be really, really tough to get any closer than where he is right now. But,
well, look who's behind him and moving forward all the way from the back. Higginbotham has been towards the back most of this race, and now he's right back up in 4th.
Yep. Taking a look here at the lap times too. So fastest car on the track currently is looks like Hayden Higginbotham in the P4 spot we just mentioned. And Hebert actually running a little bit quicker than Vasquez. Might just be because of the draft, but
You know, one thing I noticed about, we got a caution.
oh, caution's out.
DK and Lisby looks like they got together.
Oh,
TK is really happy that he's going to win.
yeah, we see here, it looks like Lisby up into the wall, and I don't know if he just he got off the gas and got back on it, and it sent the car down the track. But
Yeah, he came up and gave him a hit check right in the boards, just like we saw Bobby Orr to that Canadian guy there, Gretzky or whatever. He just drifted right up the track in him, and he did not mean that. That's unintentional. It's just come off the corners, and if you're at that lower lane, it's going to break you loose and get right up into the car above you.
yep. So
like my
caution on lap 40. Are we're still gonna have a shootout for the end of the stage, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a shootout for the stage.
All right. So real quickly, you see Josh Stoltz getting his lap back there. A lot of damage to that 43, but we also have a lot of guys into the pit. Might be trying to undercut this this stage here, but look at all that front right damage to TK and Carlisle, and we saw Stoltz a second ago with some damage. But yeah, I mean, we just talked about Hayden Higginbotham. He actually just went in for tires as well. He will be staying out, obviously, at the stage break. So, you know, you get yourself some positions, get yourself some track position. Now the guys behind you have to deal with that dirty air that you were contesting with. So it could be a pretty smart move here to come in right towards the latter half of this second stage here.
I wonder what Hebert is going to be able to do on that bottom line. Well, you know what? It was, I forget who said it before, but that bottom line kept spinning its tires because of where the transition was.
Mm-hmm.
The 22 picked the bottom line, which we were shocked at for the restart. And then you mentioned that, well, the 22 is in control of the race, even though he's on the bottom. And now that's why the 22 was able to get such a much better restart on that bottom line. He was able to wait till that car was straight, wait to the last minute,
Yep.
and that's when he was able to get away.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being on the bottom where you have to react to the restart, don't really have the luxury of timing up your throttle with when the track is receptive to that. But yeah, being on the bottom when you're in control definitely can help a lot. But this time looks like the 22 elected the top lane here. Obviously the older tires might want to have just a little bit more grip. See pace car rolling off. Only a handful of laps here left in the second stage. Couple guys behind our leaders on fresh tires, and 22 off and green flags in the air. We see him get clear of Hebert there, who's going to slide in behind Vasquez.
No tire slippage on that restart.
Yep, off rather cleanly. Corey Mott, actually one of the cars that went in for fuel and tires that time. Got a pretty good starting position. I think he just elected the correct line on the choose cone and was able to gain several spots. But already see Hayden Higginbotham looking underneath the 37 of Joe Wright, who's on the older tires.
I think Higgins just adjusted his car a little bit better because he's starting to move forward. But then again, he does have better tires, taking advantage of it.
Yeah,
So we're gonna see how 5 laps difference in tires is gonna turn out to work out for those guys.
Yep.
Well,
and,
Higginbotham just set the fastest lap.
he sure is showing a lot of speed here on those fresh tires, but Corey Mott now up to P3. We saw him go in for tires, so he's working on these leaders now. Right on the bumper, see Hebert get loose, and he goes around, hits the 54. Green flag still out because everyone's still rolling there, but we saw Hebert get loose on exit. I believe the 54 just might have taken that air off the rear of that race car, really freed up that rear end of the 50 of the 25 there, and he goes around. But we're still green here. Corey Mott now trying to chase down 22 Vasquez, but I believe the caution will come out for the stage finish. And caution is in the air, so Vasquez will take the second stage here. And Corey Mott drives up to the second position. Higginbotham up to the third spot, so he'll be starting on the front row if he elects to start to the inside or outside of the leader. Yeah, well, we saw a pretty dramatic moment there between 25 and 54. We'll go back and take a look. You see some damage on that 25. Go ahead, Bill.
You know, Nick Vasquez said after his win I think it was, he had the win, but he was in second or third, and we talked to him after the race. He said he needed to capitalize on more bonus points, more winning the stages and things like that. He's living up to what he says, because this is like the third or fourth race where he's won at least one or was in second place. He's always in the front anyways on every single stage now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see Vasquez come down pit lane. Corey Mott also electing coming back down pit lane. Might just have a little bit of damage from that deflection of the 25 James Hebert, but
well, I hope he turned off his changed tires unless he didn't do it before, because I've done that too. Have you ever done that?
Yep.
Get into like a bit of a wreck or something on like the first or second lap. You go in to get damage checked and you forget to click off the tires. End up burning up your tires. That kills me.
Yeah, it looks like he did uncheck on. Haven't seen him get jacked up here on pit lane, but you do see damage to the front right side of that race car, so he did sustain a little bit of damage. Don't know if he actually made contact with Hebert. It might, I mean, that last angle we looked at, it might have looked like he just got into his rear just a bit, trying to check up. Obviously, Hebert extremely slow on an exit there after getting loose, so tough position for the 54. But the bad luck really just continues for Corey, because he put himself into a great position there, undercutting that stage finish, getting great track position, was contending for a second position, and was showing a lot of promise to try to get to the 22 there at the end of the stage, and just had that quick moment. So he'll get shuffled back here trying to get that damage fixed. But Hayden Higginbotham finds himself in the top spot here after the second stage on basically fresh tires. And the Carlisle also undercut that stage, will be starting in the second spot. He likes to actually start behind our leader on the outside lane to avoid any of that bottom lane madness. Sheets up to the front row on that inside lane with Vasquez just behind him. So Sheets, after having a pretty mediocre start to this race, now finds himself up at the leaders. But pace car lights are off. We'll be going green for our third and final stage of about 100 laps here at Dover.
Sheets always manages to get out towards the front, and he's had quite a few wins already this season, and we know he's fast, so it's going to be a good start.
Yes, sir. And looks like Nick's mom says Nick's mom and the family are watching from Alabama tonight. Let's go, Nick. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Vasquez families, look, they come out in numbers each and every week.
Wait, whoa. They're from Texas, and they're in Alabama.
That's what.
Oh,
Yeah.
football
That's what.
people ain't happy. No. That's like a Yankees fan coming to Fenway with like somebody else's jersey on. You know what I'm saying? It's Alabama and Texas. Come on. Texas and Alabama, they marry each other to anybody. Even they won't marry each other from different Alabama and Texas. Everybody knows football comes first there. You love me because you know it's true. Sometimes you don't like hearing the truth, but that's what I said. Higginbotham out front trying to pull away from Sheets and Carlisle, and it's starting to work for him. Sheets may not be pushing his car too hard just yet. And even if Carlisle gets to him, as long as they're out in front of Johnson and Vasquez by a second or so, he's going to let them by just to save time. You're not going to want to get side by side with anybody right now. You really need to save your tires. You've got 110 laps to go on this set of tires. I'm sure we're going to have a caution in between, and that's what they're all hoping on. The problem is will a caution come out when they need it to? Everybody probably has a different setup as this time. Each car has seen the track enough. They know what it's going to happen. Don't think it's going to cool off enough to really affect these cars. The way they're clicking off some of these laps with the speeds, it may drop to 115, maybe, but as fast as they're going, I don't think it's going to be an issue. So what they've got is what they've got. There's nothing they can do now unless they have that one caution. And I'm not sure, can they make 100 laps in these cars? Let's figure that out first. I think they do have one more pit. They have to do one more pit stop.
During practice, I hopped in my car to see how many laps of fuel you could get. And it was telling me 133, but I don't know if that's correct and accurate. But I don't know.
Yep, we'll have to.
He must have comfortable shoes. Yeah, that's kind of scary. 130 laps. I mean, how hard is he pushing it? I mean, think about doing 130 laps on tires here. So he's dropping a few seconds, but it's good information to know. He may know that he's good on fuel, even for green, white, checkered. So as long as he can survive on those tires. Or do you think we're gonna see a 2-tire change?
Yeah, I mean we could, depending on what kind of cautions come out, or if we stay green, very well see some sort of situation like that. Just, you know, these guys are keeping an eye on their tire wear as they go in and get used. And we have a car around, 8 car, Joe Gibbons around through 1 and 2, coming to a rest there on the bottom of the exit of turn 2. So first caution of the final stage is out, and he's grilling. Looks like that car is smoking just a bit. Heavy damage to the front end of the 8 car. He's gonna have to tow that back to pit lane.
Alabama. Off the Bamas. I'll give me a break. Alabama. Man. They come from Greenbow, Alabama. Can you tell which team I like? Can you tell which team I like over? Can you tell? That's right. Give me Georgia Bulldogs. Go Bulldogs. Woof, woof. That's right. I don't like either one of your football teams. How about that? Yep. Actually, you know what's funny? Alabama is obviously where that movie came from, Forrest Gump. One of the places every year I take my family up to is actually about 3 miles away from the lighthouse that he runs to. And it's a little park there and everything. And people sit there on blankets, and you always have a jogger running out to the lighthouse, touching it, and turn around and running back. And when somebody does that, every time, everybody in the crowd yells, "Run, Forrest, run." It is the funniest thing in the world. But it's a beautiful place up there. It's below Camden, Maine. The area that I get the house in is, oh man, great. What's it called now? See, I can't remember, man. I'm too tired and old for this. not Patience Point. Oh my god. I can't believe I can't remember the name. It's tough getting old. You guys may be chuckling at home, but you know what? You just wait. You just wait.
Oh yeah, time comes for us all eventually.
Mm-hmm.
All
When you're
right,
14,
well,
you can't wait to be 16. Yeah, it's horrible.
so that brief green flag run, we did learn a couple things. I mean, look, like Higginbotham, he was holding onto his lead rather comfortably there. I mean, it really just goes to
Yep.
show the Dirty Air is probably the toughest competitor out here. We saw the 10 car get out to a lead and have a pretty comfortable stay up there. And Vasquez, who we expected to move back up, he was doing really well leading that second stage. Didn't have the best restart. I mean, he's starting on the bottom lane here behind the front row, so hopefully he can improve his position on this restart here. But just goes to show, if really track position is king here, and definitely want to make the most of these restarts while they're happening, because it looks like when we get spread out, green flag can be very tough to get back and make a pass for the lead. But pace car lights are off. We'll be going green here again at Dover Motor Speedway. Hayden Higginbotham, our current leader, will be starting on the outside row here.
We're back green.
Green flag back in the air, and Higginbotham does a good job getting the power down, clears the field by a couple cars. Do have some side-by-side. Carlisle Vasquez coming down the backstretch. Vasquez was a little boxed in there. He had Sheets in front of him. Carlisle to his outside, so the 22 kind of bottled up there again on the restart. Not
these
able
guys
to
should
improve
be
the spots at all there.
Yeah, these guys need to be giving each other a little bit more room right now with these many laps. You don't want to wreck your car now, because if you do, by the time you get it all fixed, you may not make the end of this race.
Yep,
Now, right now we have Stoltz is 3 laps down, so he'll go to 2 laps down. So it's going to be difficult for Salmon to get back on the lead lap.
He's 4 laps down also.
You should have seen the nice coho salmon I caught while I was in Juneau, Alaska. Had a blast,
he
man.
Up to the door of Joe Wright there. Almost making contact on the exit of 4. Bear trying to work his way back up to the front of this thing. And he's going to clear Joe Wright here on the exit of 2. And now he's behind Carlisle. Moving up through the field here. Corey Mott actually worked his way around Carlisle. Now up to P6. No, Mott had some damage. Gill gets real loose on the exit of 4 there. He's going to lose some time to the 54 up the track, trying to gather momentum on exit. He'll clear Gill on the exit of 2 there. So Corey Mott back up to the top 5 after some early mishaps. He saw him have the run-in with James Hebert and some other incidents early in this race. But it looks like that race car is completely repaired now, and he's trying to work his way back up to the 22's bumper here. But back up front, Higginbotham with about a second lead over the second place car, Zach Johnson.
You know what's funny? We kind of joke about it all the time. Okay, Higginbotham has always shown us in a lot of races how fast he is. He can stay out front and run. Sheets has won races, stayed out front, dominated races. Vasquez dominated races, right? And who's always been like 4th or 3rd in all of those races? That 45 car Johnson.
Oh yeah, no, I mean second spot, like he
Consistent.
had like 5 or 6 or something.
He's got to be the most consistent driver so far this year. Has to be.
Yeah, he's definitely kind of like what Chase Elliott of the Carolina Cup Series.
Yeah, and, Probably no. He's like twice the size of Mark Martin.
Well,
Yeah,
Mark
Oh,
Johnson.
Martin
Vasquez into the
was the
wall
most
hard there.
consistent. Mark Martin was the most consistent driver in '97, I believe it was, when he finished second place to Jeff
Oof.
Gordon in his championship.
I think the 22 might have some damage here. 54 looking underneath Vasquez now through 3 and 4. But we saw Vasquez on the exit of 4 last lap slide up real hard into that outside wall. Not sure if he has damage, wheel damage to that thing, but for now he's sliding back just a bit. And Corey Mott now up to P4.
Well, he might be just kind of slowing down. I hope saving himself.
Higginbottom has a comfy 1.3 second lead.
Yep, he does. He's moving out front. And you know what? We got people in the audience who claim to be from Texas, even though they're in Greenbow, Alabama. Does anybody know what historic event took place at the Alamo this week? And don't Google search it. Be honest.
It wasn't the War of the Alamo?
Yep. But what historical thing happened today? The story originated 40 years ago. Well, 30 years ago. I can't remember. You can Google search after it. You ready? Ready? Here it is.
30 years ago, I was only 5 years old, so I wouldn't know.
There's no excuse. The original bicycle from the classic movie that should have won more awards, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which in the movie he is told by a fortune teller that his bike is in the basement of the Alamo. Well, the bike was donated and is now at its final place at the Alamo. So now you can Google search it and you can read the story, and it's an awesome story. Well, Caleb Sheets, look at the Riz, man. Look at that. Ah, man, love the suit too and the tie. 26, Caleb Sheets running fast, moving forward, doing what he wants to do. Just hang out towards the front of this thing. Not sure if he's expecting a caution. Man, you come off the corner like that, he might be the caution. Hopefully not. You can tell that dirty air kind of it makes him tighten the corner on entry, and it looks like a loose off too. That air in the front just so very important.
Yeah, we saw him take a peek there under the 45 just a second, but since then has fallen back just a bit. Corey Mott now making his presence known there behind Caleb Sheets.
One thing too is Mott has had so much bad luck lately, and I don't even want to talk about him anymore. I'm just so afraid. Oh man! But getting back to what you said earlier about Mark Martin being consistent, well, I bet you Johnson has a foot on Mark Martin. He is tall.
Yeah, I think Mark is only like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, well, Bigfoot over there driving the 45, he's up there. He may not be like 5'5", 6'5", but he's all a 6'2".
And Gill now looking underneath the 22, able to clear Vasquez down the front stretch there. So after a pretty dominant second stage, Vasquez falling back now to P6. Definitely something to be said about having a race car set up for clean air versus having something that really doesn't like to have the presence of dirty air. Might just be what the 22 is running into here, but
I think it's every car that's having problems when they're behind somebody in their dirty air.
Yep.
Because you just can't do anything in these cars but when you're behind somebody in their dirty air.
Yeah, I ran a Indianapolis race the other day, and it's even worse. it's horrible. You can't do anything.
Really, it's that bad in corners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just plow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not very fun.
And obviously you're gonna be downshifting in 1 and 3.
Well, you know, yes and no. You don't have to. If you're going for the end and you're looking for every last bit of RPM, yeah, you're going to be shifting, and most
Oh
guys
yeah.
probably will do that. The pros, but I mean, you can easily go fifth and sixth around this flat out around this corner if you time it right and have the right setup. So the car's going to be slower even on map 1 no matter what. So it's just how it is. Once the car runs, it slows down, especially after so many laps. So by the end of the race, you should be able to have adjusted your car enough to where you can run flat out in any gear you want. So Indies, I've got a lot of laps at Indy, and I it's probably the only track that I always gain huge I-rating points at if you can finish it, because you know how it is, and it's just worth it for me. I absolutely love it.
Well, in these cars, you won't be able to go flat out at Indy around the corners.
No, absolutely not. But these cars are just going to be. Corey might as well give a fast repair. So it's just the corners with these cars with the downforce and the diffuser and everything. It's going to be so tough to keep these cars from spinning out.
What I miss about NASCAR nowadays is being able to put tape on the front grille. For when you need that little extra bit of downforce or take that little bit away.
Well, I also like the old style cars. Now I can understand safety, but we've seen more guys get hurt in this car right here than we have in the other cars probably for the last 20 years. There's been a lot of guys hurt, and I wish they would go back to the old style, the Gen 6. But I think it looks so much better, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm not a big fan of these NASCAR, especially with the numbers the way they are. So, but that's just me.
I'm with you on that one about the numbers because they shouldn't be up that far.
Yeah. But then again, it's just NASCAR is not what I remember. What ruined NASCAR was that first car tomorrow.
Yeah, when they had the wing on it, that's what really killed it.
Looked like Fast and the Furious.
And she's looking like he's having a couple great runs here on the 45. Still trying to test what line might be the best here to try to get a pass done on Zach Johnson. But Zach Johnson has the second position, and he will hold on to that thing as much as he can.
Doesn't it seem so natural to say that? Second place, Johnson.
Yeah, and it seems like the more Sheets tries to contend for the second spot, that allows Gill to come into the picture too. So definitely hard times
I don't
here.
care. I don't care what his parents say.
Hayden slowed his speed down a little bit because he was 2/10 slower than Johnson that lap.
Saving maybe?
Yeah, don't know what the fuel situation is, but might start.
Well, I think you'd want to save.
Guys,
I think that maybe just saving tires more than anything else. So they're thinking maybe it does go green the whole way. So it's very feasible at this point. Man, look at him struggle with that wheel through the corner, but he makes it look easy. But I just cannot get as fast as these guys. It's just unreal. I'm not at that level yet. Someday I will be. Although, if you noticed, my I rating has gone up quite a bit lately. I've been putting my time in. So my goal is to hit 2,000 I rating by the end of August.
There you go. She's making a move on Johnson now.
Yep,
Got
there you
around
go.
him
Looks like
easily.
Sheets got underneath Johnson there. We'll go back and take a look at that pass there. But now Johnson under attack from the 23, also looking underneath here. But last several laps, Sheets actually has been running a little bit faster than our leader. So we'll keep an eye on that gap there to see if it closes down at all. This was the pass for second. Looks like Sheets just rolled the bottom and able to keep it out of Johnson
Close.
there.
Yeah, you know, if Johnson saw that again, I think Johnson might have just let him go. You know, because I think Johnson might have just barely kissed that outside wall a little bit. Last thing he needs to happen right now is having something ridiculous happen, like getting caught up in a stupid little wreck like that. So just let him by next time. Save yourself in the car. He's just going to burn up his stuff. You know what? We need to do a crank it up. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I forgot about it, and then we haven't had a restart in a while, so normally I do it right off the restarts.
Let's see that.
And I think we're in a pretty much a chill spot of the race where not much is really happening besides the battle for fourth on back, third.
Oh boy, what is? Oh, man, Skylink was just flying over my house, and I thought I was seeing UFOs or something. I thought I was really going to heaven.
No, it's just your old age. You're saying shit.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I've seen some crazy things in my lifetime, but yeah, you know, although slow and dangerous behind the wheel, I am still useful at a few things. Although I'm also useless at a lot of other things. Right now, there's a battle. 54 gonna make a trip underneath the 45 to try to push him back to fifth spot. Right now, it's gonna be the 54 Amat getting by Johnson. Johnson's starting to slide back a little bit. I think he might have a little damage or something, and he needs to get to the pits now. He's praying for a caution, I think. Yeah, he's praying for a caution, I think.
Yep, and I've been keeping an eye on the gap here now to about a second. Though, see Sheets get loose down into the inside wall. Complete commentator's curse there. While he's able to keep it out of the outside wall there. He's gonna have to limp that thing back to pit lane now. Thinking about them enjoying even larger lead now that Sheets is out of the picture.
Yeah, you know, that got Sheets sideways and he saw his race going. I think he butted his pants before he hit the wall. That is just unfair for him. He had such a fast car, and now he's going to be watching this thing from the back of the pack. The yellow didn't come out. iRacing did not throw the yellow, and he's going to go down quite a few laps very quickly. And it's, you know, Sheets again is in that position where he's won a few races and he doesn't have to worry about it. So he's just going to kick back with the cold bear or something else, and he's just going to wait to the end of this race and go to bed with a smile on his face after watching Bonanza or something. He doesn't care about the championship at this point. He's just waiting for the finales.
It's just so crazy. The second I switch to him and start looking at the gap come down, smaller and smaller that he has the
Got
issue
pit
like
stop
that.
starting to happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah, I
25
didn't
of
think.
Zach Johnson is in.
Oh
Also,
man, can you
Bellinger.
imagine? Can you imagine if one of these guys goes for it and catches the whole field a lap down? It's only 50 more laps.
Not, I'm getting reports of people getting meatballs from their tires getting 0.
Oh,
Oh no way. Even I've never done that.
oh man.
Oh wow.
Does the meatball
Well,
go away when you change tires?
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I think they should just blow out.
Yeah, why don't they have
Man.
blowouts?
I have no
Uh,
idea.
well, think about how many more cautions there'd be. Yeah, don't give them reasons to bring out the cautions, please.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
that
anyways,
happens
it
in the
looks like
big
our
leagues.
leader Higginbotham went down pit lane there. He's rolling back out onto the racing surface, but that leaves Corey Mott, our race leader for now. Obviously, he'll have to come in for fuel and tires as well, and we'll see where he cycles back in. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on this field, see how it unfolds here. But we see there Higginbotham back out onto the racing surface. Yeah, a little confused to see exactly who will come out where, but we know Higginbotham was in the race lead before guys started going down pit lane. But green flag pit stops, that's kind of a rare sight these days, you know?
So, Johnson and Stoltz are just put themselves behind the 8 ball. They were caught too fast entering pit road, so.
Oh no. Yeah, we saw
That's a
Johnson
kick.
Johnson kind of started that whole charge to start to go down pit lane. So unfortunate that that cost him that penalty there.
Man, that's a kick in the mummy and daddy buttons right
And
there.
look at-
That is gonna kill him. That is just killing him points and everything else.
Look at Corey Mott holding on to this position in front of in front of Higginbotham here. You remember Corey Mott's on very old tires compared to the 10 car. 10 car going to be rolling the outside lane, putting a power move on Mott. Able to get side by side with him into turns 1 and 2 here. Should be able to complete the pass out on the backstretch. And no, Mott
Mott's holding
still
strong.
Oh wow.
holds on to this position. Surely.
Well, Higginbotham got him this time.
Yep. Higginbotham around Mott. Mott should be coming down pit lane. Looks like Gill was hard into the inside there of turns 1 and 2, and Mott kind of just shut the door a tiny bit. Thought we were going to see that 54 car punted across the track, but Gill able to keep it out of Mott's rear. But currently Mott's still our race leader. Remember that. He hasn't pitted yet. Don't know what kind of strategy the 54 is on. Last pitted lap of 103. So
he's probably hoping for a caution to catch everybody a lap down, because when he goes in, they'll get a wave round, and Higginbotham, Gill, Hebert, Vasquez, Bellinger, Lisby on back will be only 1 lap down.
Oh man. Wow.
That's if they get the wave around.
We'll go on board with Mott here to see
What's he
exactly
got to lose?
He's dealing with here.
Look at the flow. Look at the lettuce on that kid's head. Seriously? Oh man.
Yeah, and listen to him just pedal that thing out of the corner.
Like that.
He is ever so gingerly working his way around this track, but has made the decision to try to play this caution game.
Hey,
here.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've said it before. Corey's good at saving his cars. He could actually make the distance, and he could do it.
You think so?
Think about it. He's not in the championship because he's been beat up like. How many races has been knocked down on? So it's not really a
about
points
good
thing
month's
for
worth.
him.
Yep.
Yeah, right. He's got the whole field a lap down with
38 to go.
37 laps. Yeah, 38 to go. Why not?
And just briefly taking a
He's
break
got a-
from Corey Mott, they aren't the current race leaders, but the second Mott either goes down pit lane or is lapped, these two will be out front. Ray Gill, Higginbotham really tight to each other here. You saw Gill looking on the inside of the 10 car last lap, but since then has fallen back just a bit. And Higginbotham a little bit loose, having to chase a car down the track there, down the backstretch. And he's still fighting that car, but he is very slow there on the bottom. He's going to lose a ton of time. That puts Ray Gill out in front. The group of lap cars, I mean, obviously, again, Corey Mott is the leader with this race, but if he holds on to that thing, we'll have to see how it pans out. But for now, Ray Gill is in front. He's the leader of the second pack, I'll say. And Higginbotham going down pit lane, he might have had a little bit of contact to the wall and just some damage to that car.
Yeah, he said he grazed the wall on his out lap from pit road and it hurt his car. And he just said he broke the left front after that incident.
Man.
Yeah. Tough for him.
Not what you want to see.
They'll go back and see
Not what
if,
you want to see.
see the 10 car there. Oh, yeah, just hard smack to the inside wall. They're definitely finishing the job on that front left side if he was already experiencing some damage. But still have the 54 car out here. And I mean, look, so the caution didn't come out there, but it was very close. Very close. So I know Corey would have loved to see a caution come out.
but-
His night would have been a lot less stressful had that caution come out. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, but think of it. This is the Rudy story of the year. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy, I mean, he's been kicked around like a black leather couch at P. Diddy's house longer than that for the whole entire season. The guy has nothing to lose. If he pulls this off, this is going to be the race that everybody remembers. So I think if anybody can do it, he can. If anybody can do it, he's got the entire field a lap down. So even if they do pass him, they still have to go all around the track and catch him in 30 laps. No way. I think he can do it. I would love to see it. Oh man. Now
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Well,
Yeah,
if the caution were to come out, the only two that would be back on the lead lap with him would be Gill and Bear. Everyone after that would be a waiver on one lap down still. Unless Vasquez gets around him. Then
Yeah.
that would be 3 other cars on the lead lap with him.
And Vasquez does get around the 54 here, so he will be in that group of cars who will be back on the lead lap if we have some sort of caution. Hey Dean said in the Twitch chat, my tire no clipped into the ground and just popped up 6 inches and spun me. That sucks.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the times, I mean, He ran a 25.22 there. That's not even a second of fall off, or compared to the other drivers. So if he's
That's
comfortable,
close to a half second.
yeah, if he's comfortable running these laps, if the car's still receptive and the tires are doing okay, things are looking up for the 54 here. He might do this thing.
He's only a straightaway behind Gil, so he's still sitting good.
Yeah, I know. Look, the 54 has really been through the ringer over the past month. He called me the other day crying. He's just not having the results he wants on the track. Doesn't know what to do.
No, but
Hasn't
think,
eaten
I
in
want you
days. So
to
he was very
think about
upset.
this. Think about this. Even if Corey Mott pits, he's going to pull off just a little bit better than average pit stop, and he can still come out in the lead with brand new tires with 20 laps to go. He could even do that. But I can promise you that he didn't just think about going for it from 10, 15 laps ago. He's been planning this from the very beginning. So the reason why he's still going without getting a meatball is he's been saving this whole entire time. This is going to be fun to watch. I love this, man. This is going to be fun. I haven't had this much fun since we got cable TV. You probably don't understand that joke, but I know your parents are laughing.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what it is. Like, I feel like this sort of situation just, I mean, it doesn't really happen all too often anymore. I mean, it could just be the cautions that we see, but I honestly think it's like there's a lot to do with the stage racing where guys just, they don't have the chance to really get into those long-term strategies, long-term grooves. So, but always love to see a good strategy call that involves heavy saving and just consistency, and that's what we're seeing from the 54 right now.
Well, Corey's a manager, and what do we all know about managers? Managers can do very little work and have plenty of time to practice iRacing, and I can guarantee that he's been practicing a lot at how long he can run, and this isn't his first time trying 100 laps.
I thought you were talking about like his
his
archetype or something, like was a manager of the car, but you're talking about his actual position
No,
at work.
I'm talking about his actual position at work. He's a manager, right?
Yeah, he allocates in sim races. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the manager? He's the guy that knows the least about what he's managing. Works in government. Works in everything. So but I can guarantee he's had a lot of time as a manager to practice this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's yelling at me.
Actually, me and him just been playing Armory Forge the past couple days. Not to take a step away from all that racing.
Well, I just want you to know that I have been looking for a new setup, a helicopter setup, so I can practice play that game. If it's the same one I'm thinking about. You have like the A10s that look like the futuristic A10s. Is that the game you're talking about?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Let me go back to being old.
I know you've heard of Arma 3 or any of the Armas.
I thought it was another game. Now I got to remember what game that is, or else I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
You might be thinking of War Thunder, something like that.
No, it's kind of like DCS. Give me a second, I'll find it.
$16 laps to go now. 54 still out front. I was expecting him to pit 20 laps ago, and he's just continued to put down lap after lap. Still enjoying a 35-second lead over the second position car, Ray Gill. And even by the time Gill gets to Mott's bumper, I mean, with the dirty air and the fall off that Gill will even have on his tires at that point, it's not an easy pass to get around. Then he has to drive all the way around the track and get back to the 54. So
even if he lets him go, yeah, even if he lets him go, let him go by. Don't even give him the opportunity to spin you. Just let everybody go by. Yeah. And I bet you he's laughing his butt off. Oh, I can't find that video and it's driving me crazy. It's kind of like DCS, but I think it's older. It's from like 4 years ago, maybe, and it's a little more like they have a newer version of a more stealthier version of like the F-14, and it's called like the F-28, and I just can't remember the name of the. I'll find it in a second. Everybody's laughing at me at home. It's all right. I don't mind.
It's old age.
coming back to the line now. 11 laps to go now for the 54.
Yeah, I told you, he's going for it. Oh, man. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this.
Here. Keeping it in 5th.
Guys, we got a special
He's
guest
just
coming into the booth.
Uh-oh. Who is... Oh, I'm going to get that.
Stewart!
Stewart?
Oh, I'm here.
Stewart Harding.
Oh,
No, I was
Bro,
getting dragged up.
What's going on?
Hi, guys.
Yeah, we're just watching Corey. He's been saving for about 90 laps now. Has the whole field down a lap. And
Yeah, the strategy is ridiculous.
yeah, he's just leaving it in 5th, letting that thing roll through the center.
Yeah, I've been watching his lap times, and I've been waiting. I thought he was falling off, and then he just picks it back up into, like, the 25 ones again. I'm like, how?
He's been sent about a half a second faster than Gil has with the tires.
I think we just wrecked all the other good cars.
Yeah, you know, the thing is this, I can guarantee this is not the first time he's done this. He's probably practiced it out. I mean, it's just too perfect. He just went for it. And so far it's working out. 8 laps to go. This is going to be absolutely hysterical if this pans out. So even if a caution comes out, he can still stay out on the track. And he can still come in and get brand new tires and still come out the leader. So a caution will not hurt him at all. He doesn't want it to happen, but it doesn't hurt him at all. So
Honestly, I wouldn't even be worried about a caution. I'd just be worried about a tire going flat. We saw a couple guys lose tires right as they pit. I know that Hayden's tire had about 10% of life left when he came in. Oh, Corey slowed a lot there.
Yeah, but he's going for it.
Now, yeah.
Oh, 25.7. It's getting bad now.
We'll go on.
It
Yeah,
is.
got real tight on him.
You can do it. Come on, Corey.
He's about to pull a Lightning McQueen here.
Oh.
Sticking his tongue out to try and cross the line.
Hey, you know what? I jokingly called him Maverick a few times because the mustache and the hair, right? So think about it. What happened in Maverick 2? He pushed that spaceship to the very end before it blew up on him. So, man, this is going to be good coming to the end of this thing.
Guys, he's slow. Ray is only a straightaway behind. Oh my God, we're going to have a finish here.
He's a
if
full lap.
Ray, even if Ray passes him, he's still gonna go all the way back around the track and catch him. He's got
I
the
know,
whole
but I
field
think that
locked up.
tire's going. I think that tire's finally gone. His lap times have fallen off over 0.6 in the last 5.
Yeah.
191
Oh, yeah,
was the
I'm
last
sure.
time he went under 25.4. He's got 25.6, 25.4, 25.7,
Oh,
25.5.
come on, Corey.
It's getting worse. That tire's gone.
Oh,
I'm waiting for the
my
meatball.
God.
I
Oh,
went for
Yeah,
a short
20
also.
25.6. It's getting worse. I think that tire might shred any second now.
Oh, 3 to go, man. Come on.
It's got to be down to at
Corey.
least 20 or 15% left.
I don't think
I
so,
think he
because
can do it.
Hayden's was so bad when he came
Yeah,
in,
well-
and he was still running competitive lap times like 24s, and his tire was down to 17. Here's the. Oh, I thought Ray was gonna junk him. Oh, it's so tight. That car is not turning at all. He is just limping around.
Yeah.
2 to go now.
That's all
Coming
he
to
has
the
to do
white flag
for
here.
2 more laps.
think-
Oh my
Come on,
God.
Ray. At least pass him. At least get on the lead lap.
Oh.
The white flag in the air, so the race is official.
Oh.
Ray just doesn't want to go around him.
Man.
He's just gonna
Mott.
follow him.
Yeah,
I mean, Ray has nothing behind him for a good 6 seconds.
I would have just dumped him. Get the caution.
Checkered flag in the
Yeah.
Just
air.
kick
Corey
out
Mott
over the
coming back
radio.
to the checkered
Yeah,
flag,
but-
start finish,
Brutal.
and he wins
That
here
would
tonight
be
at Dover.
brutal.
Beats the odds,
Oh.
beats the tire wear,
Holy
and comes
crap.
home in first position
Oh.
tonight. Great job by the 54, picking a strategy,
Oh.
sticking with it, and he is
Oh,
victorious here tonight after a long and hard road of DNF after DNF. Corey Mott
Holy.
bounces back in a big way. Great job by Mott and the team.
Yeah.
He's not even going to burn it down.
And
He-
they're going to
he's
collect
pulling it
those
down pit
tires
road.
for
He
scientific
can't.
research.
Yeah, he's not even
can't.
burning them off. Oh my.
Goodyear's requesting those tires for scientific research so they
Yeah, well,
can create a new and improved
Goodyear
model
owes
there,
that
but-
boy a check.
Yeah.
I know for certain Hayden
Holy
Higginbotham and
crap.
Caleb Sheets are kicking themselves right now.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else could have done it.
I think
Corey
they
has
could have
always
because they
been
were the only cars
really
that
good.
weren't 2 laps down. Everyone else got lapped twice. Hayden came out only 1 lap down. It would have been a similar scenario, but same lap instead of trying to come back from 2 down.
Yeah, I jokingly said it early in the race. Can you imagine if somebody actually tries to go for it? Because I had asked how many laps can you go on a tank of fuel.
When I jumped on the box, I considered it.
Yeah, you know, and so it was like funny that it was just a coincidence that he actually tried it and it worked. And I cannot believe that was awesome. That was cool.
Why didn't
Yeah,
he
I-
drive to Victory Lane?
He can't. He can't.
He probably
turn, doesn't have any
he
tires
probably
left.
went to the pit so he could go get his
His
tire numbers. He wanted the percentages.
Oh,
But yeah, we
He
did
must have those
consider no
magic
stop,
shows.
but those tires just wore off so bad. I was like, no, we can't do it. I don't know how he did it. I don't know what kind of alien he's got behind the wheel there.
Man.
He just
He
kept
posted a
running
picture.
and running.
He posted a picture of his tire wear in the general chat. Right front 16, right rear
Oh
20.
Oh my god, he was.
He still had 20 on there. Right rear. It's fine.
How in the
Left rear was
world?
barely even used.
Oh,
He had the same right front tire wear over 100 lap run that my guy had in 50. That is
wow.
astounding.
I
just-
told you guys. You know what? People have made fun of me for saying that over and over again. That Corey's always been good at saving, always, and that's one thing I learned from Corey Mott was patience. Don't beat up your crap. You know, don't beat up your car. And
Save or
you know,
save.
like I said, people have made fun. Yeah, like I said, people have made fun of me for saying it, and but it is so true, and that's what got him here. I can't believe it. That is just so cool. That's funny.
All right,
Especially
well,
in a race like that, he's
let
going
me
to be
get
way more
through
dominant.
these results right quick. Corey Mott finishing first spot tonight. Sorry, by
Can't talk again.
a full lap. Gil didn't even try to pass him there. We saw him on his bumper right at the end.
There's no
but
benefit.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the second spot, Ray Gill, great finish for him. I mean, just the wrong strategy. Look, he went down pit lane when
Yeah.
he had to, but he just didn't drive the car and how it needed to be driven to save for the entire length of that final stage there. James Hebert in the third spot, Nick Vasquez fourth, Tyler Krozak battling back for a top 5 finish. We saw him on the pole tonight, but spun the tires and got off to a dreadful start tonight, but able to battle his way back up for a top 5 finish. Ted Lisby in the 6th spot, Tyler Bellinger in the 7th spot, Zach Johnson's 8th, Joe Wright 9th, Jay Salmon 10th, Josh Stoltz finishing 11th here tonight. Hayden Higginbotham, after looking like the man of the hour, finishing 12th spot, had that issue there in the final stage. Stephen Carlisle 13th, Jim Mott 14th, Caleb Sheets 15th, Joe Gibbons 16th, and Noah Hunt 17th spot tonight. Man, what a race. Finally got back to the ovals after several road courses and gimmicky tracks, and we were in for a real treat tonight after that great strategy call by the 54. We'll have the top 3 in the booth momentarily for post-race interviews.
That is so funny. That is so, can't believe he did that.
All right, first we'll get Mr. Hebert in here, the number 25. Mr. James Hebert, you're in the booth. You got us?
Yep.
Hey man, so look, I know you finished third. We're spending a lot of time watching Corey Mott get around this track, seeing if those tires were gonna blow off, and obviously it worked out for him. You were like up front most of the night. Early stages, you had a lot of battles going on, but you kind of squeaked out a 3rd place finish and got it done like kind of quietly. How did your race go this evening?
Not as good as I would have wanted it to. Unfortunately, there when I got into the wall, when I got loose and Corey got in the back of me, it slammed me into the wall and destroyed my right front. I was able to repair most of the damage. I had a good chunk of it left, but that was just enough to not allow me to do the same strategy as Corey, because that was going to be the one I was going to run. But
shots fired.
Yeah,
shots fired.
You know what? Now that you do bring that up, I remember. Yeah, you got loose off of 4 a little bit, and just were trying to save the car, and yet Corey Mott did not give you much time there to collect yourself, but. Look, I mean, 3rd place finish is not bad, but yeah, how did the track feel? It was very hot most of the night, about 120 degrees and above for most of the evening. Was it pretty brutal out there, or were you starting to feel good?
A track for me was excellent. I didn't have any trouble managing my tires or my car the whole run. Just yeah, that whole Corey thing, just a racing incident, I might add. You know, it's bad, wrong place, wrong time. It's not a big deal. I'm happy he won. He's had some pretty rough goes at it recently. But yeah, the car was handling great. Just had the setup dialed in and ready. I knew it was probably going to be a warm race. So for me, the car was handling really, really well, especially if you knew how to manage the tires and not overdrive the corner. Because as soon as you overdrive that entry of the corner, you're just scrubbing all of your tire off and you're going to lose speed in the run.
Gotcha. Hear ya. Well, we are officially back to oval racing. Dover, 3rd place finish in the rear view. Looking ahead to Indianapolis. How do you feel about that track? And you have high hopes?
I do not. I don't have a very good track record at Indy, actually. Okay. So I'm definitely going to have to get some practice in and work on a few things there. So we'll see if it pays off.
All right, man. Yeah, I can just tell you that the dirty air. I know the dirty air was tough tonight. Track position was king, and I mean, it's just a lot more of the same at Indy. So practice your qualifying. That's my only advice to you moving forward here.
Which is excellent because I'm absolutely atrocious at qualifying.
Well, I I just want to say I would like to thank you for allowing me to visit your beautiful country this week. Um, I enjoyed myself in Vancouver, and once again, just blown away by its absolute beauty. And I'm actually going to post a picture. Um, we were going on the inside of Vancouver Island, and just wait till you see this sunset. It's going to blow your mind. And such a beautiful country. You're very lucky.
Yeah, it's an awesome place. Happy to have you guys. Happy to have anyone.
All right.
The more people we can get up here, the better.
Open invitation from the 25. All right. Well, man, any shout outs you want to give before we head out tonight?
Yeah, shout out to all my teammates there helping me out, kind of getting prepped for this race, and shout out to you guys for the awesome job that you guys always do in this booth, and definitely to Corey for the win, and for running this league. Same with all the admins. Appreciate all the hard work that everybody does.
All right, man. Well, you have a good rest of your evening and a better rest of your week, and we'll see you next week at Indy.
Sounds good, guys. Have a good one.
Yep, you too. That was James Hebert, number 25, coming home P3 tonight. I mean, there was a lot of hype around the leader Corey Mott and even Ray Gill there, so kind of feel bad. Didn't really cover his third place finish much coming down to the wire, but nonetheless able to get the third spot and be on the podium tonight. That leaves Ray Gill next, finisher, second place finisher tonight. We were just waiting for him to do something as far as catching up to Mott or trying to get his lap back, but really just made the wrong call, it seems. But second place finish nonetheless is a good, strong finish. We'll get him in the booth here momentarily. Let's see.
I want you guys, if you can.
Sorry.
What up?
I was doing my intro, Bill. 1 second. Sorry. Mr. Ray Gill, you're in the booth. You got us?
I got you.
All right. I know you got me. I don't know why I say that. I just say it to get things going. But second place finish. But look, you're a full lap down. Were you that slow tonight?
No, I just didn't realize Corey was going to make it. So I did it at 151 lap after Hayden because I wanted to, do the overcut. And I was looking at Corey and I was like, yeah, there's no way he's gonna make it.
I was saying the same.
I thought I had this in the bag once I passed Hayden. I was like, oh, okay, sick. I'm the leader. And then like 20, 30, 40 laps go by. I'm like, fuck. I should have been pushing this whole time.
Yeah, no, I thought the overcut was the perfect move because Dirty Air was an absolute bitch out there tonight. I could see it. Whoever had the lead just seemed like they were pretty comfortable up there. So as long as you had some clean air, you were going to do pretty well tonight. And after Hayden had his issue, I kept switching the camera to you because I was like, look, Corey's in front, but it's only a matter of time until he goes down pit lane and Gil takes the race lead. But that time never came. So second place finish for you tonight. Sorry, go ahead.
Needed 20 more laps. I think if I had 20 more laps, or just realized sooner.
Look, I don't even think you needed that much. It was getting very sketchy.
1 or 2 laps.
But how did the car feel? I know I just mentioned the dirty air. Was that something you ran into a lot today, or?
I don't think so. I had a really loose setup. It was really fast, but I also didn't wear the tires, which doesn't make any sense to me. So there's some outlier black magic in there.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that would really mess me up is I was driving the track a little bit different than everyone else. So I was very fast mid corner. And it makes it very hard to pass when you have a slower car mid corner. And doing it on the exit is sketchy because you have to trust them not to take you out.
Yeah.
I mean, the car felt great. I set the fastest lap, so I'll take that. Take that W.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Did you get into any incidents tonight?
No, I might have even had a 0x.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, it looks like there was everywhere you look, people were just sliding up into the outside wall on exit. People were getting collected in those early cautions. So I was just trying to rack my mind there, and I don't remember you getting into any incidents. So that in itself very impressive. And honestly, it's probably why you finished as strong as you did tonight, just because you weren't on pit lane having to get any repairs done.
So it's wait. It's not my speed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So I know when I brought you up, I mentioned that you were driving so slow that you were a lap down, but yeah, I mean, I guess you're right there. So looking ahead to Indy, how are you feeling about that place?
Is it the oval? I haven't even looked at the
It-
next.
Yes, the oval.
It
race.
is an oval, yes.
Yes, the oval.
Okay, I didn't know if it was the road course or not. I forgot.
Well, it's kind of weird because like you take a left and then you take another left, and then you go down really straight for a while, then you take 2 more left.
2.5
So
miles.
it's the closest you'll get to a road course on an oval. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really good in that track in Indy. I don't even remember the last time I raced it in the next gen. So I don't know. I'm not that great at super speedways. I'm, mile and a half short track is kind of like where I am faster. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just stay out of everything
Yeah.
and get into the podium. Maybe a win.
Yeah, there you go. I like the confidence
There
there.
you go.
I mentioned to James Hebert that he really needs to practice qualifying because dirty air there is 10 times worse than it is here. So definitely it will be important to be out in front there. And a lot of guys get spread out there. So I mean, if we get separated, could very well see a very similar strategy call as we saw tonight. But any shout outs you want to give before you head out, Mr. Gill?
Just the broadcast.
Okay.
No, nothing else.
All right.
Thanks for
Well,
streaming.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very much.
Thanks, man. All right. Well, you have a good evening, and we'll see you next week at Indy.
All right. See you guys.
Yep. See ya.
So yeah.
That was Ray Gill, driver of the 23 car, finishing P2 tonight. Able to stay out of basically every incident with a 0x. And yeah, I mean, he had a lot of speed, just made the wrong strategy call and got trapped a lap down there. But last but not least, although he was leased for quite a period of time before this evening, Corey Mott, 54, getting the job done tonight, coming home the winner here at Dover Motor Speedway. We'll get him in the booth here in just a second. Mr. Mott, you're in the booth. You got us?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so I was telling the broadcast, you called me, you were on the bathroom floor crying. You weren't sure what to do. You weren't sure what was going on. The car wasn't behaving. You kept getting wrecked. And you're threatening to end the league, like all sorts of crazy stuff. And I was like, Corey, look, Dover's going to be better. It's going to be better. Just hang in there, buddy. And you come
Let's
out.
take it easy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This car still freaking sucks. The only thing that saved me is the fact that iRacing puts rubber down on their track. Otherwise, if the track stayed change, I would have ran 20th all night and probably wrecked out.
Well,
yeah, man.
Let me just tell you something. I've been waiting for this all year. You know something, Corey? I never want to hear you and Julia make fun of me again for repeating myself about how good of a saver you are, because I forgot what lap it was. I actually said, can you imagine if somebody tries it? And then we realized you actually were trying it. And I said, you're the only one that I know that could probably do it. And guess what? I was right.
Well,
once.
I was crunching the numbers in my head, and I was like, all right, we've got 10 laps on this run. We're in the fuel window. So fuel was out of the question. We were about 8 laps into the fuel window at that point. And I was like, in my head, I was like, if they pit like at lap 150, they would have to run a second faster than me every single lap till the end of the race, which is impossible because I was running 24.9s, 24.8s the entire last run. Like even when even after the tires were well and done gone. I don't know if that's just this tire model, just the speed doesn't tank off anymore. But so I was like, if I get to that 150 mark, heck, if I get to the 25 mark and they're still a lap behind me, there's no way that they can catch me. They'd have to run an entire second faster than me for the rest of the race, and it just wasn't possible with their tire life versus my tire life. So then I was like, the only thing I have to do is make sure these tires would stay on the car and not shear off. So I was just running the bottom. It took so much patience to run the bottom the entire time. I think I moved up 1 or 2 laps, and that was to let people by that were running the bottom behind me. And I still had 20% left on my tires. So I don't know, but
and I saw you running. So you were keeping it in 5th too. Was that what you were doing the entire race, or just towards the end there?
yeah, I
of
didn't.
saving?
Yeah, I didn't ground shift at all.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I was running 5th the whole race.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Wait. Go back. But while you were racing, you calculated in your head that
I was under yellow.
they
Yeah.
would have to run a second faster. You calculated all of that.
Yeah, in my head. Yeah, probably like
It-
so. I
Okay.
estimated it initially. I estimated initially what lap around they were gonna pit, which is like 140 to 150, which is like right on. They started pitting at like 145, and I was like, all right, if I can get to 150 with them 2 laps behind me, like physically they would have to run a lap faster because it's 25 seconds a lap. They're 2 seconds behind me. That's
Uh,
50 seconds, right? So to make up 50 seconds, they would have to run a second faster than me every single lap. And I was like, there's no way
okay.
they could do that because after 20 laps, everybody's running 24.8s. There's
Okay.
no
Well,
getting around anyone. So I was like, it's
I
physically
am never
impossible.
calling
All I
you.
have to do is keep the fucking tires on them.
I am never gonna call you Maverick again. From now on, I am dubbing you Young Sheldon because I cannot believe you were able to do that. So congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah,
And
I
don't
mean,
give up
Thomas
this
is right
thing.
on. I mean, I literally like when I self spun on like lap what like 25 or whatever. Maybe it was the second stage. I don't even remember. When I self spun, I was literally like, dude, we're just gonna go to the Xfinity car next week. This car
You
sucks.
know,
He did say that.
And
you
then
know, and
I mean, 6 straight DNFs into a win, whether it's on strategy or not. I mean, I still feel like I earned this. I was probably like the 4th car on pace, and the top 3 wrecked out. So I mean, or probably 5th
this
car on
was
pace. I think Ray was
legendary.
probably a little faster than me, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
look. I was giving you a hard time on the broadcast, but deep down, like I was really concerned about my job security. Seeing you wreck week after week, because I was like, this show isn't gonna last much longer if Corey doesn't have a strong finish soon. So
No, we committed to do the whole season, so we're
Yep.
doing the whole season, and I joke all the time about killing it, but we're not gonna do that. We'll reassess the situation on the car in the off season and take an actual poll to see what people want to drive, and if people want to drive the next gen, shit, I got 3 other leagues that I like racing in, so I mean it's not like I'm gonna be upset. I'll just I'll suffer one night a week in a car I don't want to drive to enjoy the other 3.
Yeah, well, I like the new trucks. I like the new trucks, and I like the new ARCA series, and I really love, if you guys like doing the Xfinity series, and that would be fun. I know it would be popular because a lot of people are getting rid of this car. Do you think they're gonna update it and make it better anytime soon, or do you think this is what you
It's
got and
not
you're
a
gonna have to live
bad
with it?
versus good thing. It's literally this is how the car drives in real life. I mean, you saw it out here tonight. You saw it on Sunday at Dover. You get behind somebody and you can't pass. You have to
Yeah.
try and get to their outside and squeeze them down and use the momentum. That's the only way to really pass. That's exactly how the car drives in real life. The car is now acting like it does in the real life counterpart of the Cup Series. So I don't think it needs changed. I think it's just a preference of if you enjoy driving it or not,
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cup Series drivers, I mean, heck, I was listening to Ty Gibbs in car all Sunday, the entire race, all 400 and whatever laps. And he even literally said, like, this car frickin' sucks, is literally what he said, because he was stuck behind Bubba Wallace for like 15 laps when he was clearly like faster than him by a couple of tenths per lap if he had air. I mean, the air is just so important in these cars that it's like, yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing NASCAR can do about it because they already built this car, and this car is just acting like it does in real life now. That's pretty much all it is.
Well, maybe you and I will talk about maybe we'll do some recruitment races which would be fun. We could try to do it live and stream it somehow live, like we normally do, and just have like a couple of fun runs. And
honestly, I want to race some COT in the off season, so we're gonna get a COT off season series pumping for some fun, because I think I need some fun. I haven't had fun in a while.
Yeah, I think I would love a short track, and start doing recruitment. Short tracks are getting really popular right now, and we'll talk about I'll sponsor one of them, and maybe we'll get something going. Just do a fun recruitment thing, and just build a league. I think this league is great because it's not a high pressure league. It's a lot of fun. It's not at that level where you have to be like 3,050 to 3.5 to be a member. You don't need that. So yeah, exactly. Time was always fast. Time was always fast.
I get asked all the time if I thought, breaking down what we had before was the right move or not. And seeing that we have 10 different winners in this Carolina series, with how few cars run too, like fields right around 20 every race. I truly do think that for longevity's sake and for fun's sake, for those of us that still race, I feel like I did make the right decision, because we're having more fun now than we did before, and it's a lot less stressful. And honestly, I think a lot of people kind of felt that it was extremely stressful to show up every week and run at the levels that we were running. And there's leagues out there for guys that want to run that style, but I think the majority of our driver base that has been here for years didn't want to do that. So we're going to look at ways in the off season to increase the car count while maintaining that level of competition, and not, going back the same direction with the same mistakes we made previously. But honestly, at the end of the day, I'm having fun. So.
Like I said, maybe we'll do a recruitment races. I'll sponsor one, and we'll do that one night. Maybe have like a Saturday night fun night, and have a couple of guys from our league there, and we'll pick up some drivers.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But honestly, it's been a good time.
It is.
I'm ready to go play. I'm ready to go play some Arma with Ryan though. So I'm gonna cut it off here.
Yeah, yeah, man. Well, Corey, great job finishing first place tonight. And we'll see you at Indy next week.
Absolutely, thanks, guys.
That was Corey Mott, driver of the 54 car. Several tough weeks, followed by now a first place here at Dover Motor Speedway. So great finish by Mr. Mott tonight, and can't take anything away from, even though it was not a race won on pace, but on a perfect strategy call that got him to win tonight. So I'm sure a lot of guys are on notice for next week. Some guys already crunching the numbers. Some guys with their engineers already trying to figure out exactly how a similar situation could happen at Indy, where it is very possible. Long green flag runs there at Indy. So we'll just have to wait to see how that pans out. Bill, Ryan, anything you guys want to say to the stream before we head out?
No, just I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, everybody on the stream, thank you so much for coming out tonight, supporting Crown Jewel Race Network and the Carolina Cup Series. We'll be back next week at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for another action-packed race. We'll get a good crank it up in at Indy. We didn't get it in tonight. Just completely slipped my mind. But we'll get one next week. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Next week, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, or whenever I turn on the stream. But you guys have a good rest of your